Welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do the love reading for the sign of Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. Ooh, you're dealing with a Capricorn, or are there some negative attachments here? We'll see if that shows up in your reading. Or that could just be a message for someone watching. All right, so Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising. This is for February 2019. Love messages. And my arm just felt like it was on fire. Let's get to it. The center column deals with both you, your partner, and the situation. Left column represents you, right column is your partner. If you're not dealing with a partner, interested in love or romance, the sun dissolves all fear, by the way. You can consider this having to do with what it is you love. What do you love? But if this is about a relationship, this is what we're going to focus on today. So as you know by now, probably, I'm a little fixated with looking at outcome cards. Let's move this just a tiny bit over to the light. All right, hopefully that's a better image for you. So generally speaking here, we're surrounded by this gorgeous Leonian energy, someone who, you know, fifth house energy, which is what love's all about here. So there's a lot of love that already exists here. Your partner is probably a pretty strong character, has a lot to give, even through some fears. They're going to show some courage. They have some decisions to make. It looks like they're led by you fairly easily. That may not be appealing to you. Who knows? Maybe you want them to take the lead for a change. Maybe you want them to show a little bit of Leonian energy, you know, take charge. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo. Maybe you're dating or married to or interested in, or, you know, sort of crushing on a Leo. But Leo energy, fifth house, it's fixed energy. It's something solid, built to last. Of course, it's ruled by the sun here. So there's a lot of nice, bright, joyful energy that already exists here. Nothing troubling with your outcome cards. The Page of Cups here is someone who's probably younger than you or has a little bit of youthfulness here. I did just do your general reading, so this could be you sort of coming to terms with a little girl, a little boy within yourself, and this person showing courage for you at this time, or helping you develop through that at this time. But I do think that you can trust them, so that's lovely. And there's really nice stable energy down here with the Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who can grow something out of nothing. This is a very talented, down-to-earth, respectable, very financially adept, creative person. So let's get into each card in its respective position. Of course, we have this Seven of Wands, the current state. So a little bit of defensiveness. What are you defending? Who is defensive? Why do you feel the need to defend something? What are you defending it against? I mean, it's not necessarily a terrible position to be in, right? At least you're not still fighting. At least you're not still on the outs or disagreeing necessarily, but there's the defensiveness here. What are you defending? What are they defending? What is the defensiveness about? Here's this glorious Leonian position. This is your partner's current position. It's the King of Fire. Yeah, this could just very, you know, on its face, just be a Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo, sun, moon, rising individual, him or herself, or someone who has those qualities, right? Somebody who's pretty effervescent, someone who's easygoing, a very expressive, you know, physically, emotionally, you know, just someone who's rather fearless. All of these cards actually go together super well. The King of Fire, the strength, and of course, the Sun card show a great deal of courage. There's a great deal of inner strength here as well. So like I said, I think you're on pretty solid ground. You're surrounded, you know, you're in good company. Someone definitely, you know, of course, let's not forget the Lion is the king. So, I mean, this person already thinks pretty highly of themselves and probably thinks pretty highly, you know, by virtue of that, they have to think really highly of you as well, because a king is not going to deal with peasants, right? I mean, you're going to have to be the king, the queen. Or if you're the woman and you're the queen, then, you know, you want a king at your side. You don't want someone who's not going to fulfill that role for you. So I think you're already feeling kind of high and mighty here, really in a solid position, but your partner is able to provide this to you. So that is gorgeous. The nature of your issue is the sun. So this is just joy, success, fulfillment. I would say in every area, new beginnings. But you know, you're coming from such a vantage point. Like even if you're beginning something new, you already have experience in it, or you already have a background. So it's not like you could be taking a leap into something here, but you're not going into it blind. This is a really positive, generous, successful card. The Sun, of course, that's the nature of your issue. So maybe it's just appreciating one another, or bringing out the best in one another, or, you know, getting out of the emotions and into behavior. How are you acting with one another? Here, let's get into each of your desires. Your desire is financial stability, you know, in a few words. Financial stability, creativity, someone who is reliable, someone who is successful. This is the card of Capricorn, so it does have a lot of 10th house energy available to it. So it's public image could be a part of this as well. And this is your desire. You desire that from your partner, and your partner's desire is decision making, just coming to terms with something. It's this or that. And maybe it's just something as simple as, you know, love me or leave me. You know, maybe I can't give you that necessarily, but maybe you're not getting what you need from them. Even though they have everything else, maybe you just need something else. But it's always important to ask yourself at times like this as well, Sagittarius, when it comes to a love or romance situation, is, are you giving it to yourself in the first place, right? Because we want things from our partners to enhance what we already have. We don't want it solely from them, because that creates codependency. So here your challenge is this wounded soldier. It's this, is this almost over? You know, I'm holding steady, I'm standing my ground, I've been here for a long time, something's got to switch. So yeah, the sense of defensiveness, maybe you're just not getting what you need from your partner, or maybe you're not getting what you think your partner is capable of, and it's less about what you're getting out of it and more what you want your partner to provide for him or herself. Maybe you're in such a good position, you're just like, okay, like you can do this too. Like you can rise to the occasion, you know? Running out of battery there, so I'm going to sort of skippity-poo through this, folks. 10 of Cups, this is your partner's challenge. You know, you want, your partner's challenge is a whole lot of love, right? A whole lot of emotional satisfaction, fulfillment. That's their challenge. Can they give that to you? Do they have it? Do they want to give it to you? And of course, your outcome is a really nice message of hope. There's the language of love here, but it's also youthful. It's coming from sort of an innocent place, but the language of love and compassion nonetheless. And like I said at the very beginning here, we have a lot of courage on behalf of your partner. I am desperate to get these cards out for you before my camera turns off. So sorry for moving ahead a little bit quickly here. I don't see there's anything here that can't be solved if you were to get to the root of the matter and see what's holding your partner up from making a decision to become their full self. And is that a deal breaker? If they're not their full self or interested in doing that and you are, is that a deal breaker? Do you have to be with someone who's their full self or self-actualizing and, you know, same level of, you know, growth or maturity that you are? I mean, it's saying here that that's their challenge. They find that challenging to give to you, even though they're exciting in other ways. So maybe, you know, how important is that to you? Those jumped out. Yeah, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So yeah, try not to read into anything, just be in the moment. But your expectations, like I said, it could be a deal breaker for them. Or decide, is it a deal breaker for you if they don't self-actualize, I guess would be another way to put that. Mending is necessary at this time. I do see that with both the 9 and the 7 of Wands here. Maybe you're just coming down too hard on them. Maybe they can't deal with it right now. Maybe they have their own reasons. But I would pay attention to yourself and your own personal outcomes at this time, because we have milk and honey, which is of course nirvana. The sun, anytime the sun is here, we're just looking at beautiful outcomes. So maybe just lead the way by doing what it is that you want the other person to do. Like, not for them, but for yourself, giving yourself everything, and then just be fully satisfied. And then they're like, oh, the pressure's off. I can just be with them, and I can be my great full self, and I can naturally be emotionally available to them. And maybe I'll be so inspired I can, pick up the pace a little in my financial or my creative output, and, provide that for them as well. So lead the way by acting the way here, Sagittarius, and I see lovely things for you by the end of the month. So that is your love reading for the month of February. I hope you enjoyed that. Take excellent care. Until next time, bye for now.